folks, how's it going out there? Rooster and 10, roostercb.com. Hopefully I've got my microphone settings a little bit better for this video than I did the last one. But this is going to be another episode or another video of what I like to call blacklisted radio equipment. And these are going to be items that I highly recommend you either put a minimal amount of money into or just outright avoid altogether when you're out there buying and selling and trading on used radio equipment. And some of this stuff can be new stuff too. We'll probably get into that a little bit as well, but it can be amplifiers, radios, antennas, microphones, anything radio equipment related that I think it'll help you guys out to avoid, I will be including in these videos. And again, that's always subject to opinion too. You may see one of these videos and your favorite piece of radio equipment may be on there, and maybe you got the best one ever made. But I've been doing this since I was about 11 or 12 years old and have sold and bought a ton of used equipment, so I've kind of got a decent feel for what's good and what's bad. And so we'll just jump right into it here. This is going to be our next item on the list, and it's one that I have actually bought a lot of and sold a lot of over the years. But every time I buy them, I try to keep it minimal, the amount that I pay, and every time I sell them, try to keep it the same way. And that's going to be the Boomer or Palomar 600 mobile amp. We'll just type it in here and we'll see what AI has to say about it. There's no significant difference between a Boomer and a Palomar 600 mobile amplifier, as they refer to the same model, with Palomar being the manufacturer and Boomer a nickname or alternative marketing name for the Palomar 600. These amplifiers are generally low power models, often producing 400 to 450 watts rather than the advertised 600 watts, and are best suited for low drive radios. You can watch this video to see the Palomar Boomer 600 mobile amp in action. And what do you know? Look whose daggum video pops up on there. Wouldn't you believe it? They've got some more information about it here, and AI just gathers this stuff from all the information available on the internet. Basically says it's the same model, limited power, 400 to 450 watts. Older transistors have issues making them less powerful than expected. When to choose this amp: if you have a low powered radio, if you have a basic need mobile amplifier, or if you're looking for an affordable option and are comfortable with the potential for lower than advertised power output. So that's not bad by AI. That's not a bad explanation or detail on this thing. So a little bit about these amps. If you've never seen the videos that I've posted on them, let's go to images here, see if we can pull up a bunch. I mean, my gosh, I feel like several of these images are from where I've tested them. I don't know why that's on there. That's not a Palomar 600, but yeah, there's several of these on here from where I've actually tested them and done videos on them. But let's talk about them a little bit, why I don't like them, and why I think there are better choices out there. Okay, for one, the transistor configuration in these. It's going to be typically 4 1446s in the output section, and then you're either going to have a single 1446 driver or a single 455 driver. And the problem with that is it's essentially a Palomar 400 with a driver added. And the problem is a Palomar 400 doesn't really need a driver. It needs a good 40 to 50 watt radio to achieve maximum power. So you get this crazy Palomar 600, Boomer 600, and you've got a, 70 to 80 watt transistor in a 455 or 1446 that's driving into 4 of them that only need 40 or 50 watts of drive. So you're automatically pretty much overdriving the 4 1446s in the amp. Now, that said, back in the day, X-Force did make what they called a Midnight Special 700, which was essentially the same configuration, but it ran a lot better than these Palomar 600s. These Palomar 600s, Boomer 600s, also have bad input SWR problems, and it's hit or miss when you get these what the input SWR is going to be like, and that can really have an effect on the power output as well. So most of these that I've got, again, like AI said, and I don't know if it was gathering that from my videos or what, but you're lucky to see 450 watts out of these, which doesn't make sense because at the same time, I've had Palomar 400s that would do 500 watts. So it's really just a mess the way they have it set up on the inside. It's not laid out well. The driver transistor was pointless. To me, it was just kind of a marketing scheme to bleed more money out of people that didn't know better back then. Now, obviously, these aren't manufactured anymore, um, which thank goodness. But it was pretty much just a way to squeeze more money out of people. You were better off buying a Palomar 400 and using a hot radio with it than you are buying a Palomar 600, because there's no benefit to having the 600. Now, theoretically, you could take a low output radio, like a 20 watt radio, and hit that Palomar 600, and you're probably going to see the same output as you would a Palomar 400 with a high power radio. So low power radio with the 600 going to do as much power as a high power radio with the 400. But at the end of the day, again, it's just not as well made amp as the Palomar 400. The Palomar 400 being one of my favorite amplifiers ever made, for what it is. They've stood the test of time and are tough as nails. The Palomar 600, not so much. Bad experiences with them, and they're really one that's like on my do not buy list. Okay, if I do buy one, I typically won't give over 150 bucks for them. I mean, I'll just tell you guys out front. Um, and then I turn around and sell them for, 200, 225 at best. Whereas a nice Palomar 400, I'm open to giving considerably more, and they actually bring more money. So if you have your choice out there, guys, if you see one of these, I recommend avoiding it or giving a minimal amount of money, because they can have trouble. They have other issues, that can go on with them that doesn't happen in a Palomar 400. They actually probably need a fan on them. Not to say that the 400 couldn't use a fan as well, but they generate quite a bit of heat. These heat up a good bit quicker than a 400 does. So that's my spiel. You guys can take it or leave it. Good advice, bad advice. Feel free to share your comments, your experiences with these. But again, at the end of the day, this is one that I would add to my blacklisted radio items, and one that I would avoid. And you may say, well, heck, I've seen you sell these in the past. I have sold them, but I sell these considerably under market value. Okay, you'll see people out there selling these. They'll be trying to get $300, $400 out of them. They're not worth it. Okay, stay away from them for that price. If you can get one for a couple $100 and you're just wanting kind of a cheap amp, might be worth it. But take into consideration that the issues that may come with it. That's it. That's all I've got to say about it. And that's another blacklisted radio item, Palomar or Boomer 600. Thanks, everybody. Rooster and 10. See you. Bye.